first, we want to say that Kenyans are suffering. You go to any public hospital, you find people are not being attended to, doctors are on strike, and people are dying. There are emergencies on a daily basis. You see accidents on our roads. Nobody can be attended to in hospitals. We have our mothers who are expectant, who are supposed to deliver. Nobody is attending to them. We have different situations in different hospitals, and nobody is attending to them. And therefore, the situation is so bad, and we must fight this. And we as members of parliament, we are also in agreement that should the government refuse to listen to the doctors' plight, we will also join them on the mandamanos. We will be with them on the streets to ensure that they demand that which is rightfully theirs. And we want to put pressure on the government so that our people don't suffer on the ground. We don't want the government to demand. You must come with the rule of equals and opposites. Number one, invite, do not demand. So when the government is demanding that doctors must go back, what are they trying to do? And number two, when you push, we means the KMPDU, doctors and members of parliament, when you push as the government, we will push. When you pull, we will resist. When you demand, we will refuse. And when you insist, we will turn you down. We want this defunct government to move with speed. The president should not leave the country when there's a serious crisis, when people are dying. The health ministry is unhealthy. The health ministry is sick. The country is sick. And therefore, as a result of that, we have come up with an impeachment motion. We are going back on Tuesday to Parliament. And this is the letter that we've sent to the clerk of the National Assembly so far on an impeachment motion that we want to impeach the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Nakumicha, and we want her to continue staying at the funerals where she's enjoying staying instead of meeting the doctors and doing her job. So the letter reads, notice of motion, the removal of the Cabinet Secretary for Ministry of Health, Susan Nakumicha. Pursuant to Article 152(6) of the Constitution, as read with Standing Order 66, I wish to notify you of the intention to move a special motion for removal of the Cabinet Secretary for Health from office on two grounds, namely, number one, gross violation of Articles 26(1) and 43(1)(a) of the Constitution, which provides for the right to the highest attainable standard of health respectively, and two, incompetence. The Cabinet Secretary, the above grounds are based on the following particulars. The Cabinet Secretary has failed to appreciate the seriousness of the strike and has failed to provide a lasting solution to settle the demands of the medics, including hiring of trainee doctors and payment of salary arrears. Number two, the CS failed to avert the doctors' strike, which has now entered its third week. Those are 21 days. The CS has instead taken a hard line and is instead threatening the striking doctors with immediate sacking and replacement. And therefore, we shall disappoint her and we want the president to appoint somebody else. Number three, as a result of the doctor strike, scores of Kenyans have been unable to access medical care, and in dire cases, some Kenyans have lost their lives. I will be moving this motion and seek the resolution of the House to require His Excellency the President to dismiss the Cabinet Secretary from office. We have attached the necessary evidence in support of the allegations.